Caballero, ¿qué pasa, amigo? Fate Company? I don't know. Chama Chidia? Clint? Joseph? Ladies and gentlemen, it's James. Good evening, good evening. Jill Bruner. Going to meet the old boy here. I think. Will a swim. Is Thinkorswim down tonight? Oh. Wow, maybe. Orlando, what's happening? Imagine that. I don't think Thinkorswim's going to be working tonight. Thank you for confirming that I am not crazy. Alrighty, Craig's here, Brian's here. We may not have a whole heck of a lot to chat about if we can't get the stock up. Sweetie Swag, why thank you. Well, we don't have a whole hell of a lot to talk about tonight then, do we? If Thinkorswim's not going to be up, we got nothing to look at. Well, what the hell are we going to do? Call it a night. Works for me. Alrighty. VFC, what did you notice? Rich Bruner, what's happening? Use Yahoo. Okay. Only got one problem with that. Nice pants. You like that? What do you mean? How the hell you can't see my pants? Anyway. FinViz. John, don't even know how to use FinViz. FinViz. PBT. Amy Harris, how are you tonight? I don't know. How would I even use FinViz, Juan? I wouldn't know how to do it. All right, here's a chart here. Yeah, but you guys can't see it though. It's too bright. The screening, got it, get it, good. Yep, Thinkorswim's not opening up, so we may have to call it a night tonight. Imagine that. I think I could do that. Not a problem. That an official Universal Grinchmas shirt, yeah. Trading View. I don't even know what Trading View is. Ooh. Gotta wake up.
But up since then, the last 90 days he's atop with some profit taken. Good afternoon, everyone. This is James coming to you from the 10-Minute Trader and Money Makes Life.
Imagine that. Thoughts on Johnson & Johnson or Cure? Okay, way of the 90s. I don't really have internet tonight. I mean,
this week we bought 9 and we sold 5.
Have the Thinkorswim features.
WIRE,
Okay.
100% also. These things are all in the high 90s.
How do I sign up for your $100 a month teaching class? John, that's a good question. Let's go way over to here.
Okay, RCII, or Rent a Center. Just to let you know, I do have 700 shares of these.
Go over to the 10-Minute Trader, John. Okay. The 10minutetrader.com. You'll notice this right here. Simple phrase. Let me get rid of this damn thing.
That might push this thing just a little bit above.
All right. Simple, safe, predictable 1% per week. Live nightly training, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thinkorswim is updating. Yes, Orlando, I saw that. So let's see how long it takes. It's still updating. So, as I was saying, John, Rob Casey, trading live online. That's a link right there. There's also another one right here. Live trading, join our morning trading group. Now, what's the benefits of the morning trading group? Well, you actually get to see me, and that's it. You just get to see me. No. Actually, you get to watch over my shoulder as I trade the 3 accounts that I share with you guys. Now, I told you I share 3 accounts. All right? Account 1, 2, and 3. Riley, Riot, Alley, Marathon, MU, Micron. Harley Davidson, Walgreens, Ford, U.S. Steel, Walgreens, Kohl's, Apple, Marathon, Harley Davidson, Walgreens, and Apple. And account number 3, Marathon, Riley, Walgreens, Kohl's, Nordstrom's, Walgreens, Riley, MBLY, Marathon, Riley, Riot, and Walgreens. Now, I share all 3 accounts with you guys to show you that, yeah, I do it consistently every single week, and I do average over 1% every single week. So it's really not, Amy, how are you doing? It's really not that difficult. Still installing the updates. Today's Saturday. I wonder if all the numbers actually fizzled out today. I don't know. So, possibility. KB, what's happening? There's a slight chance we might be called on the count of rain tonight. Because apparently, this thing is still updating. And without stock charts to look at, without all that nice, interesting, fun information, well, what's the sense of going on? How often do you buy puts on stocks? Devin, nice question. I don't buy puts at all. You got to remember, 80% of all options expire worthless. I don't buy anything. I sell options. And I don't really deal with the put section because the puts, I just get an uncomfortable feeling about it. That's all, you know. But that's me. Love your podcast. Thank you, Amy. We're a little bit dry tonight because we don't have our charts to look at, only because they update on the weekends. And today is weekend. So it's just one of those times. Yep, Sweetie Sag, Thinkorswim is under maintenance. So we're going to give it a few more minutes. If it's not ready by 9:30, we're going to call it. We're going to call it on account of rain. How's that? Called on account of rain. Raining down nothingness. What do you think of that? So why don't you hit me with the question? If anybody got any questions, hey, you got my undivided attention. Pass the Hemlock. Oh, what's up, James? You'll like the Scotty Kilmer of trading. Question, are you a millionaire already? It's a good question. Thank you there, KB. You guys could have better questions than that. What else do you got for me? Can you explain poor man's covered call? Ooh, looks good. X looks good for Monday. Well, I like U.S. Steel. I like the numbers that we looked at last night. Now, Rob Casey, can I explain the poor man's covered call? Well, a covered call is where you buy the stock itself and sell an option, a call option to buy it at the exact same price at a different date. What do we got here? Waiting for data, damn it. So, a poor man's covered call, instead of buying the stock, as if you see U.S. Steel at this moment in time. U.S. Steel is at $38.32 a share. Well, what if you can't afford 100 shares at $38? Then there's the call option, which gives you the right to buy it, but not the obligation. So let's say it this way. You can buy the stock itself, or you can buy an option so far out in the distance. Let's say January of next year, February next year. Okay, where does one find a calendar? Where does one find a calendar of 300 dividend-paying companies that you picked? Well, that I picked, that's a whole lot different. Where would you find that? You'd find that on my computer. Okay, on Thinkorswim, works like insurance. Kinda yes, kinda no, Burke. What were we talking about? Oh. So the dividend stocks that I like, the Dividend Kings, the Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and Warren Buffett's list, those 5 lists give you about 300 stocks. Those are the companies you're talking about. You would actually have to take those lists and add those into the calendar, whatever calendar you use. Now, I use the calendar that's attached to Thinkorswim, which happens to be right here. But we still haven't finished up with the what do you call it? The poor man's covered call. Okay, so hypothetically speaking, you buy the stock, you own the stock. The option, you can buy the option 6 to 9 months out, even a year or even 2 years out. It's less money, but you still have the opportunity to trade options against a long call. So it's called a LEAP, a long-term advanced equity participation plan, something to that effect. But it gives you the right to buy it. You don't own it, but you can sell options against it. So look at it this way. If we're looking at U.S. Steel, right, it is currently at $38.45. Well, hypothetically speaking, that's not even, the option's not even pulling up, so I can't really tell you. I can't even give you a hypothetical on it. You can buy the option to buy it further out. It's a lot less money. So you can still make the same premium from a call that you sell this week off of the option based on a stock option further. I don't think I'm making much sense. 27. Still loading. Oh, so anyway, past the Hemlock. You actually have to take those stocks and put them into the calendar yourself. Just go online, put in to Google search or Bing search or Yahoo search, whatever search engine you use. Dividend Kings list 2024. And they'll give you the top 54 companies that are the Dividend Kings. And you take that list and then you import them into whatever calendar you're using. Now you can use the calendar on Thinkorswim like I use, or you can use your own calendar. Because you can go to Google, do a search, Dividend Kings list 2024, and voila, up it pops. Okay, right over here, Dividend Kings list 2024, over at Shore Dividends. 54 companies consistently increase their dividends for more than 5 decades. Okay, all you do is just click on it. It pops up, you download it, then you upload it to whatever dividend calendar you use. Okay, all right. EX Dividend Calendar 2024. All right, put that into the search. Now, best EX Dividend date search tool. Okay, that one pops up first. A dividend calendar from the NASDAQ, dividend.com has it. Snowball Analytics, U.S. dividend payout calendar 2024, popular dividend stock. This is a lot of information you can get just for free. Trip ranks, dividend calendar, EX date, payouts, dividend calendar, December 2024, dividend calendar, investing.com. There's a lot of places you can get a dividend calendar. Way too bright. Ronnie, yes, I know that. Okay, we're still uploading. Yeah. We're going to call it a night on account of, what do they call that? Technical difficulties. Maybe later on. Don't know. Maybe we'll give it an hour or two. Who knows? Hi, how are you? Invest Right. How are you doing this evening? I'm a little bit of a stalemate. Thinkorswim is down for repairs, or what do you call that? Updating. NSX Garage. Am I a pilot? No, I'm not a pilot. That's some strong coffee. Actually, it's not coffee. It's ginger tea with honey for my throat. 'Cause I'm not used to talking so much. And talking 3 or 4 hours every single day kind of gets to your throat after a while. 'Cause I sound like I'm an old man. Anyway, all right. So apparently, 9:30, still not ready to go. All right, Invest Right. Well, I have a question. I'm learning how to do Power X option strategy. Have you ever heard of it? Nope. If you can explain it to me, I'd love to hear about it. Never heard of it. Does anyone here in this audience heard of Power X option strategy? How about PLTR? No. No dividends? No thank you. Sorry, Victor. That's simple. Yeah. NSX Garage. Thanks. Have a good night. Oh, that was simple. NTAP. Okay. Dollar General, I like. Comcast, I like. The Gap, I like. Have dividends in January. Thinking Wheel. KG, why not? Could be. Could you look at Albemarle? Unfortunately, Bobby, I can't look at anything tonight because we're having not really me having technical difficulties. Thinkorswim updates. And apparently, they're updating real big because for the past 30 minutes, we've been standing here, nothing to do. So I'm just taking on questions. Hit me with your best questions you got. You got my undivided attention. A half hour of nothingness. Jolly good. Alrighty then. Well, I'm going to call it an early night. Oh, okay. Got a couple questions. Me too. I've been locked out for about an hour. Can you give me a call tomorrow instead in the program you have? When doing the wheel, how far are the money you? I don't use the, I use at the money puts. Wait. NSX Garage. Why don't you jump online right now and ask questions right now? Hold on. Let's see. How do we get this here? Why at the money puts? Higher rate of return. If you're looking at if you're looking at doing the wheel strategy, it depends on what you want to do. Okay, so right now U.S. Steel is at 38.45. So the 38 or the 39 is the only one you're going to have available. Me, I would do either one because the 38 is here. Okay, the high of the 30-day period is 43, and the bottom is way down here at 35. I wouldn't mind either one of them, depending on which one paid better. Top chat, got a couple questions. I'm going to try it out and let you know how it goes. Cool beans. Is it possible to make more than one? Orlando, I don't really use iron condors. In my opinion, they take too much information. How about Fang? Sorry. Fang, I know, without even looking it up, I already know Fang is a no. Why does the yield drop when the stock climbs? That's a mathematical problem. Give you a quick answer. All right, hold on a second. Can you go over the oil stocks you know? SVOL, Craig, that's going to be a no. KG, why does the yield drop when the stock climbs? All right. If I'm buying a stock at $100 and it's paying out a dividend of $1, that's 1%. What is the at the money put and stock drops too far to make a covered call premium too low? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, KG, you asked a question a couple seconds ago. I'm not done answering it. Okay? So if I buy a stock at $100 and it has a $1 dividend, that's 1%. If the stock jumps up to 150, but the dividend stays at $1, well, that's less than 1%. The dividend doesn't change. The stock price goes up and down. If the stock price went down, okay, if it's at 100 and the dividend's $1, that's 1%. If the stock drops to $50, the dividend's still $1, but now it's a 2% yield. So as the stock goes higher and lower, the yield changes. Okay, now the dividend doesn't change, because when they come out with the announcement saying, hey, this is such and such company, this is the dividend we're paying, okay, we're paying it on this date, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what the dividend is, but what happens to the stock? Look, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. And as the stock is going up and down, it changes the yield on the dividend. The dividend doesn't change. As the stock price changes, it affects the yield, not the dividend itself. Isn't the wheel strategy a good way to make 30% consistently per year? Okay, if you're only making 30% consistency using the wheel strategy, then you're doing it incorrectly. The wheel strategy should give you 60 to 70% per year, if not higher. But, it all depends on what stocks you're doing and how often you're doing them. Okay, is at the money put, wait a minute. What is at the money put in stock drops too far to make the covered call premium too low? Well, it's always going to change. What stocks should I do? Okay, I can't tell you what stocks you should do. If you really want my opinion, drop me a phone number. I'll give you a call. We can chat. And I can give you a better idea then. I can't really give it to you now because I know nothing about you. If I knew something about you, then maybe I can give you an idea. I guess my comments are being filtered. Yet nickname they are, because I'm looking at the comments as they're coming one at a time. That's the first comment you made that I've seen. It wasn't me that asked about the yield. Okay, I know somebody asked about the yield. Who asked about the yield? KB. Oh, there you go. KB, KG, same thing. I know. Don't take offense to that, but on this side of the screen, I see KB. Okay, why does the yield drop when the stock climbs? That's your answer. Because the percentages change. Okay, Amy, oil stocks. Well, I look at, off the top of my head, Occidental Petroleum, Chevron, ExxonMobil, Hess, British Petroleum. That's 5 that I know of off the top of my head. Okay, you got that, KB? Good. No, my comments are being filtered. Yes, they are. Sorry about that. I'm not filtering them. Can you talk about more index funds? Okay, the monger, I don't do index funds. Okay? Index funds don't pay the same premiums and don't have the same dividends as I do. I'm looking for. Should I sell a call on Kohl's on Monday morning? Okay, MSX Garage, I don't know. I don't know what your position is. Is commodities worth investing in? Oh, Vike 904. Hold that thought for a second. Commodities are an interesting character, okay? Because there's something that we need in order to make the products that we use on a daily basis. So commodities are, well, I don't really know how to express them. But it's just like the stock market, except, it's a raw material. There is no, hold on a second. There is no demand like there is for let's say a product. That's a tough one to describe. It really is, because commodities and futures basically the same thing. Let's take oil futures for instance. You're trying to guess what the oil price is going to be over the next whatever time period. Okay, it fluctuates. And it's interesting thing about commodities, they're kind of similar. when it comes to seasonality. That part is similar. But other than that, they have a lot of similarities, but then again, there's a lot of differences. Wow, that was totally useless. Orlando, could it be possible that Walgreens may cut its dividends? How could we know? Well, simple. You just look at the dividend report, or the annual report. Or you just take a look at what the current dividend's going to be. Watch Trading Places. Yeah, I've seen Trading Places many times. I know what they're talking about, the commodities. You know, you have you get oil, you got eggs, you got number 2 lumber, you got number 3 lumber, you got hogs, you got pork bellies, you got frozen concentrated orange juice, you got a whole bunch of kind of stuff. Timber, I think timber's on there also. But a commodity is basically a raw material, something that corporations buy to make finished goods to sell to the public. Okay, it's interesting because it's a different world than the stock market. Similar but different, because you're talking contract sizes, and they go up and down just like stocks do. So I'm not really thinking they're that much different. Well, wow. I'm almost speechless on that one. Imagine that. All right, they're still updating. This is silly. What are your thoughts about... Okay, no nickname. What are your thoughts about 24/7? Oh, that ought to be interesting. If you like commodities, think stocks like Albemarle, all they produce is lithium. Yeah, there's certain stocks that produce certain products. Okay? And then there's certain suppliers that actually have have a need for certain commodities. Like sugar, cocoa, flour, soybeans, wheat, beef, cattle, number 2 heating oil, crude oil, bent oil. Weird. But you need a raw material to make a finished product. And he's right. Okay, KG is right. Albemarle is a company that only does lithium. And that is a commodity. Okay, so it's kind of weird because you have a commodity on one side, and there's a price for it, and it fluctuates depending on the supply and demand. And then Albemarle, well, they produce lithium, or they mine it and they filter it out. Whatever they do to manufacture it. Not manufacture it, but process it. That's a better word, process it. So as they're processing it, well, you have the companies available for the stocks, but the lithium and a lot of other items are raw materials, futures, and commodities. Different. The filter will not let me ask a complete question, so I had to break it up. Okay. What is it? It says, what are my thoughts about 24/7? Are you talking about trading 24/7? Well, I have mixed emotions about that. But here's the thing. Even if it's open 24/7, okay, you still have an option that expires on a certain date that you can buy on a certain date. Is Go Easy a good dividend stock? Vike, I don't even know what Go Easy is, so I can't answer that question. Okay, so no nickname. You're asking the question, what do I think about 24/7 trading? Well, it's kind of pointless, in my humble opinion. It's great for people who aren't available to trade during normal hours. But here's the thing. What about Starbucks? I like Starbucks. What opinion on the stocks we like next for Monday? Ooh. Well, let's get back to that tomorrow. What were we talking about? Shit. It's getting old shit for the birds. DOT. No. ALGO? I have no idea what that means. Okay, so I was answering the question about 24 hours a day trading. It's good for people who can't do it on a daily basis. I mean, while the market's open 9:30 to 4. But here's the thing. Okay, when you buy an option or you sell an option, it's still going to expire on a certain date. I'm super confused about when dividends pay, like some pay monthly, some yearly, so it's confusing. Okay, Vike. This here behind me, this is a calendar. This is particularly an EX dividend calendar. Hold up one second. An EX dividend calendar tells me when the company is going to pay their dividend. So what do we have here? We have Halliburton, Schlumberger, Kohl's, Hewlett-Packard, Occidental Petroleum, Harley-Davidson, Nordstrom's, Stanley Black & Decker, so on and so forth. Now, some companies pay a dividend once a year. Some pay twice a year. Most pay once a quarter. That's 4 times a year. And there are few that pay every single month. And then you add the exception to the rule. It's called a special dividend. A special dividend, well, it has certain restrictions to it. If it's not broke, don't change it. Yep, I hear you there. So anyway, Vike, each company pays its dividend or shares their profits, however you want to look at it, on a different basis. But a dividend calendar will tell you who's coming up. All right, so here's the first week of December, and here's the second week of December. Okay, so Monday, we have ABDI, BDX, CME, FDX, Google, UNH, UNP, Harley-Davidson, Occidental Petroleum, Roast, VFC, so on and so forth. All these companies are paying a dividend next week. Okay? Thanks, you appreciate it. All right. Can you look at Dollar General to see how you would do a wheel with a dividend on it, with a dividend on 1/2? Oh, January 2nd. I could if the website was working, but it's not, so I can't do anything. It's kind of frustrating. Okay, all right. I hold commodities like gold and silver to hold against inflation and don't necessarily look at them as an investment. Okay, that makes sense. You know, buying gold and silver is great because when push comes to shove, gold and silver will retain their value. So you can always trade. You know, it's almost the same as money. You can take gold and buy, you know, stuff that you need: flour, sugar, water, oil, whatever. You can use it as a replacement of money because it has a value to it attached to money. Okay, yeah, I see that. But there's nothing wrong with that. That's a great plan. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Cool bean. But money doesn't hold against inflation. No, it does not. You are 100% correct. But it's very challenging to walk around with a gold bar or gold nuggets. You know, it has to be in a form that is easily transferable. Does that make sense? Okay. We want to know, is it an ounce? Is it a quarter ounce? Is it worth $1? Is it worth $5? Is it worth $10? James, you skipped my question. Orlando, hold on a second. Let's go check it out. What question was it there, Orlando? Skipped your question. I hold commodities. Can you tell us your favorite to-go-to stocks with 1% weekly? Oh, that's an easy one. Macy's, Nordstrom's, Kohl's, Ford, General Motors. Dennis Mancini, guys, I'm getting ready to sign out because we have no, what do you call it? No charts. We can't look at anything. Okay, those are the 5 top ones. Macy's, Ford, Macy's, Ford, General Motors, Kohl's, Walgreens. Those are my 5 favorite off the top of my head. They're consistent. They keep giving me money every single week. So if it gives me money every single week, why would I not buy them and sell them? I mean, it just kind of makes sense. Try one more time. Still updating. Hey, Rusky 300. Somebody just asked me that exact same question. Do you sell puts on Microsoft? No, I do not, but thank you for asking. Ask me what my favorite dividend stocks. Okay, Macy's, Ford, Kohl's, General Motors, and Nordstrom's. So teach in a conceptual way how to do this method. Is that right? A conceptual way, possibly. Okay, simple. A conceptual way, easy. Buy a good company that you actually like. What impacts the tariffs on stocks? What impacts will tariffs have? Not a whole heck of a lot. Think of it this way. The stocks we're looking at are U.S. American companies. The tariffs are talking about imports. Stuff coming from France. Stuff coming from South America. Stuff coming from Africa. Stuff coming from Russia, India, China. Anything we import is going to have a tariff to it equal to whatever the tariff the country is opposing against us. Sorry. May you repeat your favorites? It is lagging. Oh, simple. Macy's, Ford, Kohl's, Nordstrom's, General Motors. That's my 5 favorites. So what was I saying? What did you do with X shares? Julian, the option on X shares expired worthless. So I got to collect that money. I got to keep that money. Now I still own the stocks. So Monday, I will still own the stocks, and I get to write another covered call, which means I get to bring in more money against that company. Dennis Mancini. Dennis, I want to apologize. We do not have Think or Swim. They're actually doing an update. They do it every weekend. Sometimes it's like 5-10 minutes. They're done and over with. This time, it's been over a couple of hours. Lumen, I can't look up anything. Macy's, Kohl's, Ford's, General Motors, Nordstrom's. You've got Nordstrom's. Macy's, Kohl's, Ford, General Motors, Walgreens, and Nordstrom's. That's 6. Think or Swim couldn't connect. Check your connection to file a proxy, blah, 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 or try again. Let's try again. Installing updates. Yes, I did say Nordstrom's as well. Not certain. Nordstrom's. JWN. Nordstrom's. Not a suggestion. Just because they're my favorite stocks does not mean it is a tip, does not mean it's advice, it does not mean anything other than the fact that I personally like those. Those are my favorites. Is there any way I can get your calendar we see behind you? Well, it's not mine. Okay? So, invest right. To put it this way, you're asking me if you could get the calendar just like mine. It's not mine. I can't. I can't give you something that doesn't belong to me. NP, no problem. Cool beans. So what other questions do we have tonight? What's the difference between a cash secured put and a covered call? Oh, Dennis Mancini, that's a great question. He wants to know the difference between a covered call and a cash secured put. All right. Here's the best. Let me see if I can do this best I can. All right. Now, a cash secured put, you're taking a big chunk of your money, you're putting it aside, and you're selling a put option against. We're gonna use U.S. Steel as an example. Right now, U.S. Steel is at 38.45. Okay, that's the number we're looking at. So I can do 2 things. One, I can sell a put against this stock. What does that mean? Well, that means I take a chunk of money, I put it aside equal to the amount of the shares that I have to buy. So you still have to put money up. Okay. Now, selling a put gives the right to someone else to force you to buy it at a certain price by a certain date. Force you to buy it. Because remember, a contract, whenever you're doing stock options, they are a legal binding contract. You're putting up money, or you're paying money, or you're receiving money, one way or the other. Okay? You need 4 items to have a contract to be valid. A starting date, an ending date, Meeting of the minds means both agreeing on what you're doing and compensation, some kind of money. Okay, 4 things. Okay, so let's go over them. What are the 4 things? Well, if I'm selling a put on this at $38, because you have 2 opportunities. Well, I would do either the 38 or I'd do the 39. I'd probably do the 38. It probably has a higher rate of return. But if I sell somebody the rights to sell it to me at 38, if the stock drops all the way down to, let's say, 20, I still have to buy it at 38. Okay? That's the put. Okay, I've put up a certain amount of money. I get a certain rate of return, the premium. Okay? If the stock drops to 5, 10, 15, 20, I still have to buy it at 38. If the stock goes up 39, 40, 41, 42, then that option becomes worthless. I don't have to do anything. Well, that's a put. Cash secured put, you get to put money up and you get a rate of return. It's very similar to a covered call, because a covered call, you have to take a big chunk of money, put it up front, you'd buy the stock, and then you'd have someone else buy it from you by selling a covered call or a call option against it. Okay? So either way, a cash secured put and a covered call, you're still taking a chunk of money and you're putting it aside, and then you're receiving your premium on it. Okay? Covered call, you actually buy the stock, sell the option, that's the premium, you collect the money. So you put money up, you get a little bit of return. A cash secured put, you're putting money up and you're allowing someone to force you to buy it at a certain price at a certain date. Did that explain it? Is there a way I can find the calendar behind you? Yeah, it's available for free with Thinkorswim. Just download Thinkorswim on your computer, and you should go to MarketWatch. That's where the calendar is. But you actually have to import all those dividend stocks yourself. That is why I would think doing a put at 37 would be safer at a lower premium. Wait, oh, hold on. Okay. Now, KG. Hold on a second. Get these questions. I see. Well said. Okay, you got it. If you do the wheel like your example and it drops, you are in a bad position for a call next week. Not really. Hold on a second, KG. Okay, that is why I think doing a put at 37 would be safer at a lower premium. Okay, so if you sell the 37, you're going to get less money. If the stock drops to 10, you still got to buy it at 37. If the stock jumps up to 42, 43, well, that option is going to expire worthless. But you still have to take a chunk of money and put it aside. So if you sell a put at 37, you have to put the amount of money equal to the amount of money that you need in order to buy however many shares at 37. It's almost the same as buying it at 37 and selling a covered call against. You're still putting money up as collateral to get the rate of return. Okay, so either way you want to look at it. Can you explain for someone brand new to stocks? Okay, Mr. Carter, you actually got to give me a more specific question. What specifically do you want to hear? Because buying and selling stocks, you're just owning a portion of ownership of the company. So if you like U.S. Steel and you buy some of their shares, you actually become part owner of that company. Okay? Just so happens that U.S. Steel is a dividend-paying stock, over 100 years old. They consistently increase their dividend, which means they share their profits. So if U.S. Steel makes a nice profit this year and you own some of the shares, well, you get to have some of their profits. Unlike companies like Tesla, Palantir, NVIDIA, companies like that, they don't share their profits. Uh-oh. What was that question? To grow money from when you buy in and when you buy out. Okay, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but here's the thing. Stocks go up, down, stocks go up, stocks go down, stocks go up, stocks go down, stocks go up. That's all they do. If you like a certain company, fine. Buy it when it's low. When it goes up, sell it. When it drops, because it is going to drop, it's going to go up, it's going to go down. It's going to go up, it's going to go down. That's all they do. Okay, look at better look at U.S. Steel. A good teacher, you really understand your questions. Thank you, Pasa de Hemlock. Okay, look at U.S. Steel. Okay, back in April, she's at 42. She dropped down to 36, jumped up past 38, 39, back down to 36, back up to 39, back down to 34, back up to 40, down to 38, up to 42, down to 27, back up to 38, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's all it does. If you like a good company, whether it's Ford, Nordstrom, Kohl's, Macy's, whatever company it is, it doesn't really matter. It could even be TJ Maxx. It could be any company you like. But if you keep your eye on it, you'll know when a good time to jump in would be. Look at this. She went up. She came down. Here's the bottom here. Then you jump in, and it goes back up again. So, would it be smart to buy at 27? To buy what at 27? Because you got to remember, I jumped to stock to stock to stock quickly. So you got to let me know, which stock is it you're talking about buying at 27? We're still uploading, installing updates. And it's 10 o'clock. It's been about an hour. TJX. I don't know. You guys don't have enough questions for me. So ideally, you just follow the company. Do you find it better to roll an option forward a week or to get assigned and start over? Oh, Herc. It always, always, always depends on the price you paid for it, where you jumped in, what option you sold. Okay, that's the important one. Because remember the 5 rules. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand or you don't want to own. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. So as the stock, if I bought up here and I sold this option, as it drops and I sell this option down here, even though I bought it up here, I'm selling an option down here. As it goes up, I'm at risk of losing. So, but stocks go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. So it all depends on where did you jump in on the merry-go-round? What option did you sell? Is that option on Friday, is that going to make you win money or lose money? Where's your risk? Where's your reward? All these questions. Today's, Saturday? It's very challenging to answer the question of Friday afternoon. Because on Monday tells me when I should buy. Okay? Not at the high, not at the bottom, but as she's bouncing off the bottom. That's where I want to jump in. Now, once you jump in, that's your number. Okay? Place it on your forehead. Stamp it on on whatever you want. But that's your number that you jumped in on. Okay? What you sell against it. And then what happens on Friday when that option is getting ready to expire, you got to weigh the pros and cons. Which decision? Johnny, what's behind door number 1? Well, take a loss. What's behind door number 2? Roll it forward. Don't take a loss. What's behind door number 3? Well, let's do another option. Let's do this. There's always choices that you can make. And each choice is going to have a pro and is going to have a con. Okay, so you have to decide. When Friday comes, when it comes time for that option to expire, what does that mean in that particular moment in time? Because it changes constantly. Every 4 or 5 minutes, the option prices changes. So does the stock price. Where you jumped in, where you bought your stock, that price never changes. Once you buy a stock, that price never changes. What does change is the current price, the option value. Only roll if calls is in the money or below the purchase price, right? No. KG, it's always, always, always a mathematical situation. Okay, when Friday afternoon comes and the option's getting ready to expire, a lot of different things are going to happen. 1, the option will expire eventually. But what does that mean to your position? Did you sell it at a certain price that's going to cause you to lose money? Did you sell it at a certain price that's causing you to make money and it should get called away and then you have all your cash back on Monday? What does it mean on Friday afternoon to where you bought it, what you sold, what's the current value, and what are the implications come next week? All these things have to be thought about on Friday afternoon. But Monday, it's like, okay, what's a good stock? What's a good price? What's the good premium? Does it look good? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we just decide whether or not we were right or wrong. If we were wrong, well, we have 3 or 4 days to adjust. If we were right, we just want to take a look. Yeah, I was right. Pat ourselves on the back. Nice job. That type thing. How do you know when it's going to bounce and not drop more? You don't. What I look for, me personally, and you have to decide for yourself, wherever the bottom is. In this particular situation, this is the bottom right here. Could it go lower? Yes, it could. But did it? No. It went up one day. And then it went up again. Then it pulled back, and then it went sideways. So just because it looks like it could be the bottom doesn't always mean it is. So what happened after that? Well, it kept going up. Well, see? The bottom, 1 day up, 2 day up, and then she just kept on going up. You have to decide where's the top you really can't argue with, okay? Apparently this looks like the top. Well, is it? Well, what happens the next day? Okay, the next day starts coming down. And then she starts going sideways. And then she starts coming down. Then she went up, she went down. She went up, she went down. That's all stocks do. What I look for, what does it look like on Monday? What does it look like it's going to do? Now here, clearly see the high. 1, 2, 3 days to the downside. Well, this is day 4 to the downside. What does it look like it's going to do? Well, it looks like it's going to continue down. So let's move it forward a day. Well, it didn't. It went up a little bit, and then it dropped. And it dropped some more. And it dropped some more. See, is this going to be the bottom? We don't know. What does it look like? It looks like it's going to continue to go down until it stops and turns around. Okay, next day. See? It stopped. But that's only 1 day to the upside. How do we know that's when it's changing? Well, you have to decide. Do you like 1 day to the upside after a new bottom? Me, I like 2 days. And there you go, 2 days. Great. Now I'm looking at it. Day 3, if she's up higher, I'm jumping in. Okay? She opened higher. I would have jumped in, but she closed lower. Well, I'm already in. I already made the commitment. 2 days to the upside. Third day, she opened higher. That's my cue to get in. So I jumped in. Fine. And she continued, and then she went up. Hopefully, I would have got my 1% and got it now. Well, don't know. Okay, but she's still trending to the upside. And now she's turned around going back down. So, where did I jump in? What option did I sell? How many dates until expiration? And then when Friday comes, what are my choices? Well, we already know I want it to be simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. So if the stock drops, well, I'll have to decide, where did I jump in? What option did I sell? What premium did I collect? What is the value now? On Friday, that's when I decide. Do I roll it forward? Do I let it get called away? Do I take a loss? Questions on a Friday afternoon, very challenging to answer on a Saturday night because we don't have any information in front of us. We get a question right here. Korean Cardboard. Hi. Only started investing last August at 48 years old. Okay. Now 38,000 taxable port. I have SPY, SHD. Okay, wow. Piece of crap, piece of crap, piece of crap, piece of crap. ABBV, I like that one. EPD, Chevron, I like that one. ABBV, ABV, I like that one. Oh, realty? No, don't like that. I'm not sure what my age dictates I do. I can invest $1,200 a month. Well, that's pretty cool. But what's your objective? Okay? Now, you're new here. I'm really good with names. Okay? You're new here. I don't know what it is you're looking for. From some of the stuff that you're buying, here doesn't seem to be the right fit. Because here, I'm looking for simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week using dividend stocks and selling covered calls against them for cash flow, not for capital appreciation. You're buying SPY, SCHD, QQ, QM, DGRO, EPD, and O. Those are all capital appreciation stocks. They don't have, well, O has dividends, but they're monthly. But those other ones, those are for long-term plays. Those are for people who want to buy and hold for long-term. That's not what we're doing here. We're buying and we're collecting cash flow on a weekly basis. I don't know. I don't know if this is the right fit for you. But that's just my opinion. I don't know anything about you. So talk about Monday morning's decisions. Currently around 140 a year, okay? 1,400 dividends a year. Okay. I may look into live on dividends abroad. Okay. PG long term, XTP, no. So when you do a covered call, do you do because you want to collect the juice premiums? Yes. Exactly. I want the premiums. I don't want the dividends. I don't want to hold on to the stock. I want, and I don't mind admitting it. I want cash flow. I'm 60 years old. I'm retired. I have no desire whatsoever to buy a stock and watch it go up, watch it go down, watch it go up, I have no desire in that game whatsoever. Okay, I've done that game when I was younger. That's a young man's game. I want to jump into a company when the time is right. When it's coming off of a high. Okay, people are taking profits. What if your covered call expires? Well, they expire every Friday. I'm watching twice a day, in the morning and in the afternoon. I have a good idea where all my positions are at all times. Marie, how are you today? So, I want to take a look at a good stock. In my opinion, U.S. Steel, they've been around for over 100 years. That's a good stock for me. Here's the high. It drops. Does it drop or is that profit taking? Okay, the stock jumps up. Well, I'm going to take profits if I buy a stock and it jumps up. Okay, so profit taking brings it down. Here's your bottom right here. What happens at the bottom? Well, people like me and some of the people like you see an opportunity. Well, this is a good company. It's really low. Let me buy some. I buy some here, and then she goes back up again. What happens when she goes up again? I take my profits. Well, let's take a look. The bottom here is at 35. The high was at 42. 35 to 42, that's a $7 increase. A $7 increase on a $35 stock is a 20% increase. 20% increase. I only want one. Okay, that's 20% from here to there. I only want 1%. I can jump in and I'll be out in a day or two. Retire, how are you today? Boston accent. How would you figure I parked my car in Harvard Yard under the garage port, the carport? Yeah, suburb of Boston, yes. From Walpole, cool, right off of Route 9. Interesting. Anyway, what other questions we got? Okay, say, Ryan, you like Procter & Gamble long-term? Well, they've been in business for over 100 years. They have increased their dividends for more than 5 decades consistently. Procter & Gamble's a great company. But why would you buy it and hold it long-term? Check out Retire when you get a chance. Check out Retire when you get a chance. Okay, Retire, at this moment in time, we are not connected. Because Think or Swim, the trading platform behind me, is doing a weekly update Well, this is a big one because this one has been congested for almost 2 hours. Okay, we've been waiting for it to update for over 2 hours, so we might just call it quits for the night. If you guys don't have enough questions to feed my intellect. That's a weird thing to say, isn't it? What other questions you guys got tonight? Nope. No more questions? Retire isn't a dividend stock. Hey, 86. How's it going for you? You're here early tonight. Amy, what is downfall for covered call, please? Downfall. Hold on a second. May we do a restart? Unfortunately, doing a restart ain't going to do us any good. See, it says installing updates. It's been installing updates for the last 2 years. Yes, earlier than usual, as all is well. Cool beans. Okay, so Amy, the downfall for a covered call. Okay, if I buy the stock at 38.45, right? If I sell the 38 covered call against this stock, and the stock jumps up to 50, 60, 70 bucks, I don't get that. That goes to someone else. That's one of the downfalls of a covered call. Well, either way, go Pats. Michael Frazier, you're 28 years old. What's the best way to money? I'm going to assume you mean make money. The best way, marry a rich girl. That's the safest and easiest and quickest way. Okay? But if you want to do it on your own, if you want to do it on your own, you want to do it on your own, fine, great, I applaud you. Is Pfizer a good buy at this level? Orlando, I don't know. We can't look up anything. No, don't do that. That can be a double-edged sword. Yes, it can. Okay, but anyway, seriously, if you want to do it on your own, you have to decide what it is you want. This is a tough one people wrap their heads around. You have to decide what it is you want. Where are you now? What is keeping you from getting from where you are to where you want to be? Okay? It sounds easy. You're here, you want to get here. Great. What do you need to do to get here? So if you're here and you want to get here, you have to decide what is the easiest, safest, fastest. Let's throw in moral in there too, because you don't want to do anything illegal, immoral, because bad karma is just not a good thing. Okay? You have to decide what you want to do. Okay, you want to invest? Fine. What strategy is best for you? Then you have to decide how much time, how much effort do you have to put into it. Invest right. What is the right amount of money to do the wheel option strategy? Ooh, see, that is not a question that I can actually answer. Only because we are all on different journeys. Okay, I have people that are students of mine that are listening to me, and they have a shit ton more money than I do. Okay, I got people that have less money than I do. I got people that have more experience than I do. I have people that have less experience than I do. Everybody is different. Everybody has their own journey. To make 60% a year, dude, you can sit $10. $10 you can invest to make 60% per year. Well, it's only $60. When $10, it's only $6. Okay? If you start out with $100, 60% is $60. It's all relative to what it is you're talking about, where you are, and where it is you want to get. Can I be one of your people? Yes, you can. I am going to cap it off at a certain level. We're getting very close to a full capacity. Would you ever sell a covered call below your cost basis? Absolutely, I would. if the stock drops below your cost basis. Yeah, if the stock drops below my cost, okay, if I bought it here and the stock drops down here, would I sell a covered call against it? Yes, I would. I wouldn't do an at the money because right here is at 36. Okay, if I bought up here and it's currently here, I wouldn't sell an option here. I'd sell an option, probably here. If I bought it at 43 and it's currently at 36, I would sell a 38 or a 39. Far enough out of the money to have less risk of it being called away. As the stock increases, I would slowly increase my strike price. So hopefully that answered the question. Because everything is situational. Where am I? What am I doing? What are my choices? What's going to happen at the end of the week? I like to be in on the Monday morning. I like to be out on a Friday afternoon. Ideally, here, I'm not quite sure what I would do. Because here's your high. Here's your top right here. Here's your bottom. It's going up. Now it's going sideways. Who knows which direction it's going next? That's a 50-50 shot. And then you have to ask yourself the question. And it's not an easy question either. Do I like this company? Well, it's U.S. Steel. Well, yes, I like it. Do I like it at this price? I like it at this price, but I have no idea which direction it's going. Okay, so if I'm going to buy it here at 38.45, am I okay with it going up and am I okay with it going down? Because it can go either way. That's a very tough question for some people. If you don't really know exactly which direction it's going, well, are you still okay with buying stock? Remember rule number 1, never buy something you're not okay with owning long term, because you just might have to. You might have to own it for a long period of time. All right, we're going to call it a night because we don't have anything to go with. I've down that multiple times when the stocks fell below my cost base, so covered calls below my cost basis. Yeah, well, I do that all the time too. CoPearl, 419. Good evening. You're new here. Hey, I'm good with names. You're new here. Knowledgeable, you're new here also. Well, maybe you're not that new. I've seen that name before, Knowledgeable Investor. But I'm going to apologize right now, CoPearl. Okay? Dennis Bradley. Let's see what Dennis Bradley has to say. Dennis Bradley, how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. Listen, what are you doing?
I teach people how to buy and sell stock options in order to make a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. That's over 50.
You talk way too fast. You got to slow down, Bill Nye, the Science Guy. Calm down a little bit. Hold on.
I gotta slow down. Okay, not a problem. I show people how to take responsibility for their own money and invest it themselves. You got two choices in life. Invest your own money, take accountability, or pass it along to someone else, let someone else do it. If I'm getting a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week, that comes to over 50% per year. So you got a choice. Do it yourself, or let someone else do it for you, and then just take whatever it is they're going to give you.
You know what I do with my money?
What?
Listen, I get drunk, buy hoes, and just spend my money on clothes and whatever else.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all, brother. You live your life the way you think is best for you. Nothing wrong with that at all. But at some point in time, you are going to retire. Where's your money going to come from?
I ain't never going to be able to retire, man.
Well, some people don't have a desire to retire. Some people want to work to the day they die.
We kind of like working, all honestly.
No? What do you do, Dennis?
I run heavy equipment.
You do heavy equipment? Okay. Now, at some point in time, have you ever seen a 94-year-old man working a crane?
Well, no.
No? Well, because at some point in time, your boss is going to say, you're too damn old. Stay home. Retire. Where's your money going to come from then?
You know what my boss, if he says, I'm too old for you to stay home, you better fucking shut that job up his ass.
Can you sing this with me? You ready? You can take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. That what you going to say to him?
Find somewhere else if somebody else wants me. Somebody will like, listen, I can operate. I can sell
Yes, I know. But at some point in your life, someone's going to say to you, you're too damn old, you need to retire.
How old are you? How are you?
I'm 60.
You're 60.
Yep.
You retired.
Yep. Retired at 60.
What do you do for work?
I own a manufacturing company.
Look at, oh, well, hold on. What were they doing in that
What type of manufacturing?
I manufactured artificial coral reefs for museums and aquariums.
My daughter started manufacturing toilet paper for McKaylee over here.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Hey, listen, I need a loan.
Hey, where are you from?
I'm from the Boston area, but I'm in St. Petersburg now.
St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg, yeah.
I'm in New York.
You know what they call St. Petersburg? God's waiting room.
That's it.
We're all old down here.
I'm from North Carolina.
How'd you guys survive that that storm shit?
I'm sailing for that.
You outside of that? You know that sucker came right over the house, right over St. Petersburg. I heard that when I'm just sitting there chilling, watching some movies, cranked up real loud so I didn't hear all that wind, but it went right over the house. The eye of the storm went right over the house. Just kept on rolling up to you guys.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yep.
Get too bad here. Lena's dead.
So, what do you guys want to talk about? Because at some point in time, see, I talk money, okay? You are going to have to retire at some point. Your money's going to have to work for you. You either do it yourself or you give it to someone else to do it for you. Right? Okay. Now, I bumped into a guy. I was putting gas in my van. The guy looked really spiffy, nice suit, his name tag. I said, what do you do? He said, well, I work at such and such resort. I said, okay, great. You working because you have to? You working because you want to? 84 years old, the man still has to work just to make ends meet. Well, why?
Money on strippers.
There you go. He probably did. But that's not the point. Do you want to work at age 84? I don't. I'm 60. I could work if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I enjoy my life. I go hang out with my kids. I go hang out with my grandson. I sit and watch the grass grow. I do what I want to do when I want because I take the money that I have and I make 1% every single week. That's over 50% rate of return per year.
So how am I going to do that to where I can just let when McKaylee's flying, gifted her, come to my side and give me too. So what? All right. So what am I going to do then?
Well, first of all, you got to decide what it is you want to do. When do you want to retire? How much do you need?
Fucking retire right now.
Well, how much do you got saved up ready to go?
Well, hold on. We talking personal now. We gotta talk after. Hey, I'll get your number. You call me. We'll talk after.
Yeah, I got to take you out to date, buy you a drink, take you dancing, right?
No, listen. I'll tell you what I gotta say. I can't tell you.
You don't have to tell me. What I'm saying is, whatever number you have, let's say you have 100 grand, 50% a year is 50,000. Can you live on 50,000? Okay, well then you need to have 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. Whatever you need on a monthly basis, you got to figure out where is that money coming from when I retire. Yeah, but eventually your boss is going to say, he's going to say, damn man, get your ass home. You're too old to do this shit.
So are you saying a month or a year?
50% a year, 1% per week, 50% per year.
Put back.
What?
You talking about put back that?
Okay, you have to ask that question again.
What are you talking about? 50% a year.
Okay, see, no. What I'm doing here, you asked me what I do. I teach people how to take their own money, invest it themselves, make a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. 1% per week is over 50% per year. So if it takes me 15 minutes a day, well, 15 minutes a day is about an hour a week. An hour a week is about 1%. So if I have $100,000, 1 hour, that's $1,000 an hour.
But typically, listen. Typically, though, ain't none of, I don't know you, but I know me. I ain't gonna get no fucking $100,000
I get what you're saying. At this point in time, you have a 401k, some type of retirement account.
Yeah, I got 401k.
Okay, whatever you have in your 401k, at some point in time, okay, you're going to retire, and that 401k is going to pay for your retirement, right?
Fuck yeah, it is. It's gonna make me buy beer, buy hose, everything.
Yeah, exactly. But you are giving the responsibility of your money to someone else. So someone else is investing your money for you, and they're giving you whatever they think you should have.
Right. Okay. I pick up what you're putting down. I got you now.
Okay?
I think I get what you're putting down.
Okay, so look at it this way. If you have, let's say hypothetically, you got $75,000 in your IRA, your 401k, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1% a week on $75,000 is $750 a week.
Right.
Okay, but if you have someone else invested for you, they give you a 4% draw. 4% draw on $75,000. That's not even enough to pay for your what do you call it? Your grocery bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just teach people to take responsibility for your own money and do it yourself.
All right. Well, shit. I'm not. Yeah, all right. Yeah. My parents been trying to do that my whole life, but they ain't never fucking worked. I'm about to come over to your life and watch you.
Hey, more the merrier. Bring it on. But most people, here's something. Most people spend more time planning a weekend barbecue than they do on their own personal finances.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
I live by the moment. You know what I mean? Because my thing is I like to get drunk and get wild on the weekend. So fuck. As long as my bills paid, I don't give a fuck.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's a beautiful thing. But Monday morning, you still got to go to work. I don't.
Well, I don't really have to go to work. You know what I mean? But I don't choose to.
Yeah.
Really just call in Monday, Tuesday, and then go to work Wednesday, work Thursday, Friday. You know what I mean?
True.
Hey, listen, listen, I need a loan from you.
Yeah, that it doesn't work that way.
Well, what am I going to do to get a loan?
You ever hear that there's a passage in the Bible? Never be a lender, a borrower, never be. Something like that. Don't borrow money, don't lend money.
How long you been doing this?
About 20 years.
Are you married?
No.
When did you retire?
Not this
Last November. So you want to hear something funny? I retired last November, but I wake up every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning and say, I got to get dressed to go to work. Then I think to myself, no, I don't. It doesn't get out of your system that easy. But you know what? So until I bumped into this guy on Home Depot, and I said, what do you think about retirement? He says, man, I ain't retired. I'm just working and not getting paid for it. I said, shit, I'm doing the same thing.
Hey, listen to this. Listen.
Go ahead.
I might not want to be retired right now, but I want to be fully fucking retarded. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I want to get absolutely drunk and have a good time. Because you're right, you're retired, you got it made, but why, you know what I mean? Why not just live life, and I don't know, it keeps your mind busy when you're working, you know what I mean?
I hear exactly what you're saying. You got kids?
Hell no, I got no siblings.
I got 3 kids, 1 grandson. I enjoy hanging out with my grandson.
I feel like you got 3 begging mamas. Quit lying to me.
No. 1 woman, 3 kids, 1 grandchild. He's a
You ever seen that movie Bringing Down the House?
yep.
I feel like you were him.
No. All right.
Hey, you're retired, but listen, you're retired because you ain't got no wife. That's why you're retired. Because listen, do you know how hard it is? How much I gotta spend to renew my wife's fucking green card?
No.
It's fucking expensive. Listen, I can go get her. She'll tell you. She's in there cleaning the room right now. But listen, I'll tell you right now.
How much is it?
Huh?
How much is it?
It's over goddamn $4,000.
It's like it used to be like $6 grand.
Oh, it bumped
Like,
up.
how often do you have to renew it?
Every other couple months. Shit, she's lucky.
All right. Invest right. Invest right. It's over on my bio. If you go into the bio to the 10minutetrade.com, you'll find it there.
Get her a fucking visa
All right. I'm not really ignoring the views. Okay, anyway. All right, hey, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I got a bunch of viewers. They're getting a little antsy because I'm not answering their questions. You guys have a great night and enjoy yourselves. How do I stop this sharing thing?
You gotta wait till the battle ends.
How the hell does that happen?
It'll see in a second.
Yeah?
Oh, never mind. Here, let's go ahead and fix this. Hold on.
All right. Well, let's go back here. So let's see what questions I missed. Thanks. I'm 20. What's the better wake money? All right, we did that one. No, don't do that. You can double your edge. Yep, I got that one. Remember that one. Can I be one of your people? Next, NX Garage. Yes, you can. I do a morning call every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We jump on. I get 3 accounts. Remember I told you I share 3 accounts with you guys? You get to see exactly the trading that I'm doing. All right? Then it's open mic, and I stay on until you guys are done asking questions. If you got questions, hey, I'll answer them. You want to see different trading strategies? Great, we'll take a look at them. But here, tonight, live, I only do one strategy and only one. Okay, I've down multiple times when the stock fell. Yep, I got that one. Just signed into your Patreon. Cool beans! Okay, are positions only called out on Friday, or can be called early? Okay, they can be. Okay, now this happened to not only me, but a bunch of students also. We're taking a look at this stock. We collected the premiums on it, and all of a sudden we get called out just before the dividend. People like to buy stocks just before the dividend. That's why the stocks increase in value. I've been on vacation. I still watch you on YouTube. All righty. No, Nick Dan is funny. Looks like you found 2 new clients. Yeah, I doubt it. How if God forbid you to get sick and hurt on the job and can't work? Correct. What is going on? Yeah, knowledgeable investor. I had no idea what was going to happen. A couple of people wanted to jump on the live. You know, let's see if this thing's even working now. Look at it. Still, no. How does Best Buy look for Monday? Flock Queen, I can't look up anything. They're still updating the website. Okay, we've been here just entertaining each other for the past hour and a half. Nothing to do. But wait, it gets worse. Yes, it does. Was wondering the same thing. Michaela, I can't breathe. I don't know what that means. Me too. Sup, James? Austin, what's happening? Now we're doing a battle. Yeah, that was fun. No nickname. This was going way over their heads. Yeah, you saw that too? Bolt of lightning, blah, blah, blah. Falling, okay, blah, blah, blah. The winning host may propose funny task for the losing host to complete during the victory lap. Yeah, I don't think so. Hey, you can do 4. Dude, haven't seen you in a while. James, tell them about your YouTube and they can see what you're doing. Yeah, I don't think they're really interested in that kind of stuff. Be totally interested. You know, that one dude in the top corner, he just wants to drink, get drunk, and spend his money. Okay, nothing wrong with that. You love my shirt? Cherie, how are you tonight? You like that? You know what's funny? We're driving around town, right? I saw one Santa Claus. That's it. One Santa Claus and about 30 Grinch. Why is the Grinch all of a sudden more popular than Santa Claus? Okay, no nickname. Tonight has totally been bizarre, all because of that shirt. Could very well be. You don't know. Oracle premiums over the roof, but have her earnings call on Monday. Cool. Felix, I honestly cannot tell you anything. I have no service at the moment because Thinkorswim is updating. When they update, they usually do it on the weekends. Okay. You have 2 Grinch in your yard. Well, where's Santa Claus? Why is there no Santa Claus this year? I see the Grinch everywhere, but no Santa Claus. It's crazy. I think I'm going to wear my Grinch shirt for the rest of the season until after Christmas. You got 2 Grinch in your yard. I got... He's there too. Okay. If you had $6,000 to invest, where would you put it? Okay, Viper. Viper, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know anything about you. I cannot tell you what to do with your money. Okay? You want to chat? Give me your number. I'll give you a call. We can chat. Okay? I have no idea how old you are. I have no idea what risk factors you have. I have no idea what you're looking for. My neighbor has 2 Grinches in the front of the driveway. Yeah, but do they have Santa Claus? No. So anyway, Viper G. Take your time. Don't be in a hurry. The stock market has been around for 400 years. Oh, about 400. Yeah, about 400 years. No, 420 years. Anyway, it's been around for a long time. It's not going anywhere. Don't be in a hurry. Learn what you need to learn to get where you want to go. You got to decide what kind of risk do you want to take in order to get whatever rate of return you're looking for. Okay, if you're looking to invest your money and be rich overnight in the next couple of weeks, you're definitely in the wrong place. We have the Santas facing the off on our house. I appreciate your information. Austin, thank you. Okay? But anyway, Viper, seriously, take your time. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you're willing to commit to get it. Because most people spend more time planning a barbecue than they do with their personal finances. You got $6,000, great. Where do you want to put it? What do you want to do to it? How much risk are you willing to take on to get where you want to go? Because if you have no idea where you want to go and you're just going in one direction, it's like a ship without a rudder. No idea where it's going. Go anywhere. Anyway, but if you want, take it, invest it. Okay, you got that, Viper? Cool. Glad you like it. No, but keep showing up. I'm going to be here nightly, every night until the end of the year. Then at the end of the year, I'm going to change my schedule for next year. Every night, 2 or 3 hours every single night. It's a little crazy. You know, because I haven't gone out. I haven't gone out for dinner. I haven't gone out partying. I haven't gone to see a movie. I haven't gone out dancing. I haven't done anything all year long. What was the first stock ever traded? That would be... Wait. Hold up. Now, people have been trying to do what is similar to the stock market for thousands of years. The current stock market we have now, the first stock was trading as a dividend stock to give the shareholders a portion of the profits through a dividend. That was in 1602. Okay, in my very first book, Dividend, wait a minute. How to get 10 to 20 checks per month, like clockwork. Okay, in the late 1500s, you had a bunch of Dutch businessmen got together and they wanted to create a big, huge company, but didn't have the money. So how did they come up with the money? They literally went door to door and offered to regular people, the first time ever, regular people were offered an opportunity to invest in a corporation. They were promised a portion of the profits. That was the VOC, also known as the Dutch East India Shipping Company. Okay? It was a huge corporation. They paid an average of 18% for 198 years. Okay, eventually they folded because of what they say, corruption and mismanagement. Anyway, I've been following you for a while. Now we've spoken the past 2. Okay, we have. All right, what happened to me with X this week? Secretariat, I don't know what happened. What's the best paying dividend? Honestly, dude, I couldn't tell you. Okay, I don't look for best. I don't look for highest. I look for safest. I'm looking for consistent increase in profits. If the company is consistently profitable, I really don't care what the dividend is. Kinda. I do want to care that it is consistently increasing for more than 2 decades. Okay? But what is it? Don't know, don't care, don't want to know. What is the yield? Don't need to know. All I need to know for me to be happy with my choices is the company consistently profitable for more than 2 decades. Great. Does it have weekly options? Wonderful. Now, Is the chart telling me now's the right time to buy? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for companies that are consistently profitable. I want to put my money where it's going to be safe, secure, and predictable. Okay, so I couldn't tell you what is the best dividend stock because I don't know what you consider as a good stock or a good dividend. Is it a high dividend? Is it a low dividend? Is it a dividend from a company that's consistently increasing or one that's decreasing? I don't know. See, I can't give advice because I don't know anything about you. Michael Sinclair, I used to live in St. Petersburg. Well, Doc, what are you doing over there? All right. We're going to wrap it up because Thinkorswim is still not up. Okay, still installing updates. I can't take a look at anything. You guys are running out of questions. Not a big deal. It's okay. Not a whole heck of a lot happens on a Saturday night anyway. But tomorrow night, this thing should be done uploading by tomorrow night. That way we can take a look at what's coming up for next week. Well, that's what we want to know. What do you really want to know on a Saturday? Nothing really happens on Saturday. That being said, we're calling it a night. Time out. Interrupted. Let's be done and over with. You guys have a great night. We'll do this again tomorrow. '86. You have a nice night. You should have showed those people your video of you dancing. That's funny. You guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love you. Tomorrow. You're always a day away. Singing and dancing. All right, you guys out of here? Sorry, dudes. Dividend investing for weekly cash flow. Looking for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Oh, we'll be done for tonight.